we just arrived to our first destination in Costa Rica after 24 hours traveling, but the place it's amazing. Let me show you. So we are in Yatama. This is our cabin, and as you can see, it's in the middle of the jungle, which is amazing. We are really tired. We've been, as I said, over 24 hours traveling, but we cannot lose a night, so we're gonna go out herping. Here we have our first dove frog of the trip. As soon as I was filming this other frog jumped under. Look at there. But let's focus on this one because it's an amazing blue jean or faga, species that is emblematic from Costa Rica. And here we have our first snake of the trip, an adult female of eyelash pit viper. This couldn't start better with this. It's huge and it's the Christmas coloration, which is my favorite, which means that it's green with white and red speckles. This is amazing, man. Our guide Luis just found it while we were walking and it was on the floor. We're just gonna move it aside and try to take some nice pictures. Well, the first snake of the trip was amazing, an adult female eyelash pit viper from my favorite coloration. Right now we are about 28 hours awake and we just found the second eyelash pit viper, a much smaller individual. Here you can see it. It's a baby, but also it's the same coloration as the adult female, although it's much smaller. And just next to the viper, our first glass frog, man. Costa Rica jungles are full of animals.
Pura vida, mae. ¿Qué? ¿Qué se ve? ¿Está un huevillo ahí o qué? No se te ve, no se te ve.
Probably this is the most famous frog in the world, the red-eyed tree frog, which is a symbol of the jungles in Costa Rica. Pity it's closing the eyes. Check this out. This is a pair of red-eyed tree frogs mating. I don't want to bother them too much with my light, so I'm gonna zoom. You can see the tiny male on the back of the female, and they're gonna drop the eggs probably in the. And here we have another amazing species I really wanted to see in this trip. That's a crowned frog or Triperion spinosus, which is an amazing animal which gets a name from the bony protrusions it have on its skull, and it gives it a funny look.
Aquí in situ total,
here we found a casketed iguana sleeping, which is an amazing lizard that you can find in the Costa Rica jungles. And my friend Ruben really wanted to see. I think he's really excited.
Se los flipa. Increíble, tú.
He said that his favorite animal from the trip so far.
El mejor bicho del viaje.
Here we saw another crowned frog up in a tree, so we left it alone. But it was amazing seeing a second individual. Let's move it to the side of the road and let's see if it moves away, but I don't think it will survive. It's quite weak. It's still alive. As you can see, it moves a little bit, but I think it was a fatal clip.
Ya está haciendo.
So we just spot this guy crossing the road. From far away, it looked like a coral snake. That's why I'm wearing a glove, just in case. But once I get closer to it, I could see that it was a milk snake, an amazing species to see in the wild. It's crazy the coloration, how similar it's to the coral snakes, although they differ on the variation of the pattern. And it's an amazing animal. I'm just making sure that is not a coral snake again. And now we're gonna just release it after a photo. And we just found an emblematic species of Central and South America, a green iguana. In this case, we have a baby. It just crossed the road, so we just move it aside to not get squished. You can see it's missing the tip of the tail here. Oh, my friend has butterfingers and he just dropped it.
El mano de mantequilla.
So this morning we just gonna go to Santa Rosa National Park. This cara just came behind the car as soon as we parked. An amazing species. Right now we are just inside the national park and we just saw an animal resting in between the trees. It's a female deer. You can see it just in between the vegetation. So here we have a baby spiny-tailed iguana, species that is quite common in Central America. And what is curious of this species is that when they are babies, as this one, they are fully green coloration, quite striking. And as soon as they do the ontogenetic change and they grow, they lose the color and they become darker, gray, and they get some white bands, which is the adult coloration. And here we just found the adults, which probably is the parents of the baby we just saw. And you can see the coloration, how different. We just found this Herping crossing the road just in front of us as we were returning. Such a cutie. What is it, Ruben, that you know more than me?
Guapísima, tú. Mira, justo ahí hay una iguana mirándonos. Mira, cruzando la carretera. Yeah.
Check out the size of this huge toad. A cane toad, which they are really common here. Look how it jumps. It looks almost like a rabbit by the size. Look, the size compared to my hand is huge. And we just found the second target we were looking in the Guanacaste area. Is it the slender hognose viper, pit viper, Porcidium ophriomegas? And it was just crossing the road. It just rained a little bit an hour ago, which create the perfect conditions for snakes to cross the road, especially in this very dry area. And you can see it's much slender than other vipers that they tend to be more chubby. And we just saw the reflection of the belly of the snake. It just strike really easy from the car. And we are just ecstatic that we just found that animal. We haven't been more than 10 minutes on the road, so that was great. Another target completed, especially for this area, which is quite difficult to herp due to the weather conditions, and also there's a lot of private land. We couldn't be more happy to found this viper on our third night of the trip. We still have so much left, and we already seen some of the craziest species that we never imagined. So we're gonna move this animal on the safety by the side of the road and let it continue its way.
Un animal espectacular. Me recuerda a un Bothriechis. Son súper lentos y tranquilos, no intentan morder ni una sola vez. Se la voy a dejar un poco más hacia adentro, por si acaso, si sale en la carretera así mucho.
Ay, Dios, te lo juro por mi vida.